Hello and welcome to the Shielded Prepper. It's dusk and it's beautiful out. If the lighting's low, just know that I can see you. Today we're talking about 5 things that if you choose to prepare these now is going to put a covering and a shield of protection around you and your family. They're plentiful. They're around, they're together, and if you choose to get them, it's going to help. First one, these are very important, and we have to remember there's lots of different types of food storage that you can put aside. Here's the one thing that I'd like to share with you about food storage. If you have none or very little, purchase things that you would eat, and purchase it already cooked. For example, canned foods, beans, soups, stews, meats. Purchase these now. They're plentiful in the stores. The prices have gone up and they will continue to go up. And it will be like investing. It's going to be like investing in food. The money that you invest now is going to appreciate and be able to turn into something greater. So don't forget to stack it high. Remember, every person in your family, if it's just you, the minimum amount of food that you're going to eat every day is probably 2 pounds. Well, multiply that times X amount of months or years, or if you have multiple family members. So the average person really requires about 600 pounds a year, minimum. Really, it's kind of more close to 800. And guys like me, you understand. That being said, food, stack it high, find places to put it. Nooks and crannies are a great place to apply it. Number 2, water. Why don't many people understand the value of water? Well, I'll tell you, water is simple because right now you just turn on the faucet, you wash your hands, you wash your dishes, you go to the restroom, you flush your toilets, all that water goes down, it disappears. It's a modern engineering marvel, the way that we can move water and the way we can sterilize it and keep it clean and nutritious or healthy for our bodies to drink. And if that was to be shut off, you'll quickly realize after a certain period of time how important it actually is. So, some of the key things that you should have with water, outside of just general bottled water, is large 5-gallon jugs. Have them. You can buy them now. They're available. These are important things to have. We have a couple of 55-gallon drums or 60-gallon drums full of water, really, for flushing toilets. Think about how much water it takes to flush the toilet one time. Think about it, times multiple people in your family. That's just modern toilet flushing. You're going to require water and way more than you think you'll require. So water is going to be really important. Bottles of water, large jugs of water, 5-gallon jugs, something that you can take with you or easily lift and be able to pour. Remember, every gallon of water is 8 pounds. So have water and have more than you think you require. Or, even best yet, a way to filter it. So what's happening in Ohio now with all the chemicals in the air, this is going to get into their water system. Water, before it gets pumped through your pipes, has to go through a filtration system, and it's exposed to the elements before they filter it. And truth be told, the municipalities do not have the greatest capacity to filter massive chemicals out. At some point, it just goes right down the line. So if you're on city water, be mindful of that in a really great way to filter your water. We use a Berkey in our house. There's all sorts of different types of life straws and different ways of preserving water. And understand how to sanitize it. Number 3, how are you going to cook and how are you going to heat a home that loses power? Think about how to cook. And the reason why I said stack canned foods right now, because if you're just starting your preparedness pantry, having something that's easily eaten, that doesn't require any heat, that you can open it right up and start to eat it. This is really important. Propane is a great way. If we have power, electricity is a great way. Have multiple ways that you can cook your food. It's important. Heating your home, how much energy it takes to heat your home. Right now with electric furnaces or gas furnaces, we just turn it on and we enjoy the spoils of this wealthy country that still has these infrastructures intact, if they were to be damaged or sent offline for a short period or a moderate period or a long period of time, think about the damage that that could have on your family and how desperate people will be. Ensure that you have a way to cook food, to boil water for both sanitary reasons as well as for cooking rice and beans and stews and all of these other vegetables that we love to eat. Think about this. Having gas stoves, heat and cooking your food is vitally important. Number 4 is power. How do you intend on generating electricity so that your refrigerator works? You know, running it for a couple hours a day and keeping it closed will actually keep your refrigerator and the food inside safe for a long period of time. Yet this requires energy and power. So right now, I would be thinking about how many refrigerators do you have? Maybe you have just the one. We have several in our home. We have some deep freezes. And how we would power those, we've been making plans. So number 1, if you don't have a generator, find one. They're not super expensive. You can find them used, find them on Craigslist or, Facebook Marketplace. In our area, we use OfferUp. There's lots of them out there. Or you purchase a new one. Understand that they're engines. And so if you buy a gas-powered generator, you should also know how oil works and how engines work a little bit. They're pretty much plug and play once you get them new, yet they're finicky and they do require attention. So if you don't have a generator, now is the time for you to look for one. That being said, extension cords come along with it. How are you going to plug stuff in? Having a way to generate power, to have lights on, is going to be a wonderful thing. Fuel storage connected to those. They will only last for a certain amount of time. Unless you have hundreds of gallons, these things can only run for so long. So a second type of generator would be a solar generator, an electric generator that sits in your house. It's a battery backup that you can charge during the day, potentially with solar, or you can charge it inside of your generator will start it up. So while you're cooling your ice box down, you can plug in your solar generator and charge those batteries up so you can use them at night and you don't have to run all your fuel. This is really important because as soon as the lights go out, you're going to be relying on flashlights or candles. This is going to make it tricky. So preparing in this fashion is truly going to help shield your family. And last, which is problematic for some people to think about, yet having protective measures in your home that you understand how to use. I've heard them called cordless hole punchers. You know what a cordless hole puncher is. And understanding how it works, it's important. And I know for a lot of people, they're not sure how to get behind that. And you have to figure out a way. If there ever was a time where there was catastrophe in our country and we lost some of our social systems and our infrastructure systems that make our life so wonderful, you're going to find out real quick how important it is to be able to protect your family. Security is vital. Ensuring that you know how to get in and out of your home properly. And really all we're looking to do is to put a shield right in front of our family, so it gives us time to hide for a bit until we have to go out and entertain with everyone else that's going to be scavenging for these supplies. And our grocery stores are not designed to last for weeks. They're designed to last for days. This is how this on-demand system works. So remember, food, buy what you eat, stack it. Water, a way to cook and heat. Power, and protection. If you could choose to focus on those 5 things right now and make little steps on each of those, starting with food, water, heat, power, protection, you'll be doing you and your family a great service. So today, from one shielded man to another, or another person, a shielded person to another, take joy. These things will bless you. And if you do them now, it makes everything else easier. The Shielded Prepper is out. Have a great day, guys.